Sorry about that. Right now we're going to go to interview with Keith Schmidt, and check out my cool necklace here too. Here it is.
Hi everybody, welcome to tonight's game. And we're talking with Coach Schmidt, the head track coach here at Buena Vista. Coach Schmidt, last week we went to USD for a track meet. I guess that's probably the fourth time we've been there
exactly.
Since indoor track started, and a couple records were set. Why don't you quickly run through those?
All right, actually we had, I think it was 4 or 5 school records set. The last couple of weeks we've made great improvement as far as our conditioning, especially with our longer sprinters, middle distance runners. And this past weekend, Mike Leith and Lori Fickbaum, Lori a freshman from Algona, Mike a sophomore from Lorenz, both ran great races, broke our 500-meter school record pretty convincingly in both cases. Brian White broke the 1,000-meter school record, an event that, or the record that he had held from a year ago. But again, he ran a great race in that. Our women's 4x1 with Chrissy Deutschlander, Lori Fickbaum, Eden Smith, and Rhonda Bernhardt broke that school record. And then we had our distance medley school record that was broken by Oscar Cardenas, Dan Mondernock, Brian White, and Mike Leith was involved in that record as well. So we had a good weekend as far as the way the athletes performed.
Okay, and as we look ahead to this weekend, we go into Luther, and that's it's not really a conference meet, but there's going to be a lot of conference schools there, and that's kind of a big meet for the indoor season.
Yeah, exactly. Most of the idea of the indoor season is basically to work yourself into condition, give those people an opportunity that have the potential at least to qualify for the national meet. And this time of the year, we start looking for school records, national qualifiers, and things like that. So you're looking for a good facility against good competition. And in years to come, this will be the weekend actually for the conference meet. But with Cornell and Co. coming in, it's kind of a transition period. And so they're not actually calling it the conference meet this weekend, and yet the majority of the conference schools will be there. And so it'll be some outstanding competition. It's got a great facility, and I know our kids are looking forward to running there.
Okay, and good luck. And then we mentioned we also have a lot of qualifiers for the Iowa State meet coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Iowa State hosts a meet on, they've got a 300-meter track, which is a great facility. And there will be, it's an NCAA national qualifying meet. There will be people from basically all over the country coming to run on that facility that particular weekend. It's the next Friday. And we hope to take several athletes, go down, men and women, at least give them an opportunity to see what they can do at the end of the season on a great facility.
Okay, so hopefully it's a solid ending to an indoor track season, and you can get ready to go in the outdoor season.
Yeah, we hope so.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach Schmidt, for stopping by.
Thank you very much.
Got a very athletic ball club, and that's going to be one of the keys to tonight's game.
Exactly right. They're very athletic, but a little bit smaller than BB. We have the size advantage. So one of the keys, we want the perimeter shooting. It's been lacking ever since OJ has gone down, but we're trying to get it back up, and the team's trying to get to know each other once again. Another one's stop the dribble penetration, the athleticism of William Penn to get it into that middle, and they're very athletic getting the ball up to the hoop. And then BB has to pound inside. We have a great size advantage, especially Jamie Wilson. He had 21 rebounds last Saturday against Upper Iowa. If he does that again, it looks pretty good for BB. And then William Penn side, they have to open up the floor game. They have to get the ball moving around and use their athleticism against BB's kind of a slower pounding inside style. And then the one-on-one isolation, if they can do that, if they can break people down off the dribble, they'll be very successful. And also they have to stay close early. If BB gets a big lead right away, William Penn will probably not be able to come back on them because they're not very good come from behind team.
That's right, Eric, and it should be an excellent matchup. BB second in the conference, William Penn third. Beavers rated fifth in the Western region, and it's going to be a good one, so stay tuned. You're watching Intermission Video Sports.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's game. Coach, your team takes on William Penn tonight, and it's a chance for you to get back home, rebound from that loss last Saturday against Upper Iowa. And your team's been kind of struggling shooting lately. Do you have a feeling that's going to come back? Or?
Well, I think maybe we've struggled a little bit as far as our shooting is concerned, but I don't think we've struggled in the fact that we haven't got good shots, and I think that's probably more our focus than anything. We got good shooters on this basketball team, and some of it may be attributed to the fact that O.J. Freilich has been injured, and so we're putting people in a little bit different roles. And so we've worked on that this past week and gotten a little bit more used to each other in that respect. And so I expect us to shoot the ball a lot better this weekend.
What are some of the things, last time you went over to William Penn, it was your first conference victory this season, and you won by 12 or so. What do you expect them to do? Anything different this time around? You're pretty much familiar with the teams by now at this point of the year.
Yeah, I think William Penn is the type of team. They're very athletic. This team will be as athletic as any team we face this year. They'll try and break us down off the dribble a lot. They'll play good defense. I think they're the second best defensive team in the league or third best defensive team in the league. And they'll really do some things against us that will give us some trouble. But at the same time, we will too. We'll give them some trouble. We're the one team I think that can stop their dribble penetration a little bit. I think offensively, I think we can be sharp against them. They're not a real big team. I think that some of our post players can have good games against them. We're confident in this game. At the same time, we realize that if we want to accomplish what our team wants to accomplish, we have to play like warriors tonight. And we have to play harder than we've played all year. And we're excited about doing that. And we've committed to ourselves as a team that the last 200 minutes of this year, we're going to play harder than we've played all year. And we have a lot to play for. And we're not scared of that. We're excited about it.
That's right. The Beavers trying to maintain their lead in the conference. William Penn is tied for second in the conference, so this game has a lot of playoff implications. And, Coach, good luck with the game this evening.
Thank you.
We'll be back after this.
Okay, let's take a look at the Iowa Conference standings. BB's course is in the lead, 9-2. Simpson is in second place, 9-4. Depending what happens this weekend, we could end up clinching the conference. William Penn, third place at 7-4. And there's a logjam, kind of, including Upper Iowa.
Warburg, Central.
Upper
And then, of
Iowa.
course, Loris, who we're playing tomorrow night. And then Luther, will be the last game of the season.
The Beavers are coming off a loss at Upper Iowa on Saturday night, so there's a chance for them to bounce back tonight.
They did have a real nice game last Friday, a week ago, against Warburg, like you had mentioned, into overtime, pulling off the victory. It was a great win for Buena Vista.
And it was everybody that watched the game got the feeling that the Beavers just refused to lose. Right now, we're going to go to the starting lineups for the men. First off, for your hometown Beavers, forward Brad Douglas, and also Nick Dentlinger, both Dentlinger Jr., Douglas a senior. The center is Jamie Wilson, a 6'4" senior. Backcourt looks like this: Brian Schmalbeck and Aaron Bloom, both juniors.
And then for William Penn will be Chris Holz will be the forward. T.C. Cunningham will be the other one. And then center is David Schutt. He's a 6'6" senior, so he's a big guy in the middle. Joe Stanley and Kyle Windy will be the two guards.
Again, we mentioned this promises to be an excellent game between these two clubs. A game with great playoff implications. And your coaches for these two teams, for BV, Brian Van Haften, and his first year as coach, got his 100th victory at Wartburg, the game against Wartburg, assisted by Trent Becker. For William Penn, they're coached by Leon Richardson, assistant coach Dave Phillip. A reminder, all you folks out there, this is listening on the internet. This is our first game broadcasting on real audio. It's a milestone for BVU, and we're one of the only colleges of our size in the nation to do that, so we're glad you can join us. If you're listening on the internet, you can go to the BVU homepage, pull up under student organizations the TAC, and click on that, and that'll give you everything you need to listen to us on your computer.
So for the tip, it's going to be Jamie Wilson. And for William Penn, it's going to be David Schutt.
Schutt's got some very interesting socks going tonight. He's got the Dr. Seuss looking socks.
Let's just see if he can back up his cocky wardrobe tonight with his play.
As the lineup has been altered a little bit since O.J. Freilich out with the injury, broken wrist and elbow.
Shot by Chris Holtz is no good. Your point guard is Brian Schmalbeck. He'll trade off with Nathan Bjorken throughout the game. They make a great tandem at the point guard spot.
Yeah.
There's a big reason for the BV improvement this year, I believe.
Yeah, Van Haften told me the point guards have just been playing an excellent game. They've been real good leaders out there and organizing the offense.
Here's Schmalbeck for three.
Oh, wow.
That's something we've seen every game we've done this year at home. Brian Schmalbeck, he will take the first 2 shots of this ball game. I would not be surprised if he will take the next shot down the floor next time. He always seems to end up with the first 4 points of the ball game for this team.
That was an excellent 3-point shot by Schmalbeck. Nothing but the bottom of the net there. Had a great look at it. When you have a good look like that, you have to take it. This Buena Vista team's been just a great surprise in the Iowa Conference. We were predicted to come into dead last this year, and no one thought this. Just an excellent job, and I guarantee a great game
Schmalbeck
tonight.
again, and I said he would take the first 2 shots of the game. Brian Schmalbeck putting them both up from 3-point land. That's the Coach Van Haften's strategy. He wants to get his point guard off early. Here's another shot by Dentlinger, and he's not afraid to put it up.
No, he's not.
Anywhere. As soon as he steps on the floor, Dentlinger is
Yep.
capable of shooting the ball.
During warm-ups, he was just inside the half-court line here, right by the circle, taking some shots, and he just wasn't messing around either. He was like seriously taking practice shots out there.
We're just underway here at Siemens Fieldhouse. Scott Heinle and Eric Ria with you. The Beavers lead at 3-2 early on. We mentioned William Penn is a very athletic ball club, probably the most athletic club we faced all year long, so we'll have to watch especially the dribble penetration. This is Joey Mines, and he's out of Kingsman, Arizona, and he's able to get the field goal on the dribble penetration.
Yeah, a lot of people out of state for William Penn. They have a couple guys from Arizona, one from Nevada, California,
Louisiana.
a couple from Illinois, Florida. So they go quite a ways to do their recruiting.
William Penn showing light pressure, but nothing the Beavers can't handle. Jamie Wilson. Schmalbeck on the far baseline had it stolen by Holtz. And Holtz brings the ball to the floor even though he's a forward. Bloom with the steal.
Nice job by Aaron Bloom, just kind of stepping into the passing lane there to get that good steal. Oh, nice pass
to Wilson.
Bloomer.
Excellent pass from Bloom to Wilson.
Yeah, that was a great entry pass by Bloomer right in there to Jamie Wilson, who did a nice job of finishing the basket.
If you watched us earlier, you saw the women won handily, a 30-point ball game over the Lady Statesmen. Schutt with it out on top of the key. Stanley with the shot, and Joe Stanley from Las Vegas gets the bucket.
I think right now I'd rather be in Las Vegas than Iowa, but that's just my personal opinion.
Dentlinger working inside, and Bloom, nice save.
Yeah, nice save by Jamie Wilson. Heads up play right there.
Aaron Bloom, no good on the three-point shot. So the Beavers cold from the outside. We mentioned at the top of the show, Eric, that was one of the keys of perimeter shooting without our sharpshooting sophomore O.J. Freilich, who was out for the year with a wrist injury. Joey Mines for three, no good. Board pulled down by Schutt. And
traveling
will
there.
Be called for the travel. William Penn leads at 6-5 with 16:10 to go in the first half. Schmalbach gets a pick and drives right. Nice pass to Dentlinger.
Another real nice entry pass by the point guard there into Nick Dentlinger this time, who finishes off. So far, that's about the third great entry pass BV's had here.
The shot that time was no good by Holtz.
Brad Douglas ripping down the board this time.
Beavers with a chance to build on their 1-point lead. Brad Douglas working one-on-one. Jamie Wilson down low. And Wilson puts up a move, is able to get to the free throw line. Jamie Wilson, who leads the team in rebounding. And as you mentioned, Eric at the top of the show, coming off that excellent 21-point rebound performance at Upper Iowa on Saturday.
Yeah, he's about 17th in the nation, I believe, in rebounding also. Just has an excellent job this year. Really gets his body in between his opponent and the backboard to get those rebounds. He has great position. He had 21 rebounds against Upper Iowa last week. It's just an amazing amount of rebounds for one person to have.
Of course, the team had 24 offensive rebounds at Upper Iowa, but it didn't help Beavers' cause any, as they ended up losing that one. Good ball movement by William Penn, but the Beavers playing tough D. We'll stay in the man-to-man all game.
Yeah, Buena Vista has been ranked the best defense in the conference. Just a great, tenacious man-to-man defense.
And William Penn not shabby as well. They're rated second or third in the conference in defense, as I talked to Coach Van Haften earlier this week. Schmalbach inside for the lay-in. And give the assist to Brad Odie Douglas. Beavers up 10-6 early. Schultz with the save. Nice dish to T.C. Cunningham. Give the assist that time to Joey Mines. Again, it's that drill penetration that can create those good passes, which leads to open shots.
Yeah, right now a very up-tempo game. Both teams really running their offense at a pretty rapid pace.
Dentlinger with the shot, no good. Mines with the rebound.
Right now, Buena Vista just isn't getting many bodies down below the basket to try to get those offensive rebounds.
Inside, Liko Abad gets a lay-in. And that makes it a tie ball game at 10 apiece. The Statesman showing light pressure. Douglas for three.
He'll shoot it from out there. Brad's really turned it on since OJ's injury. He's been a solid player all year, the lone senior for Buena Vista.
Brad Douglas is the leading three-point shooter in there right now. Besides Freilich, who was injured, Douglas shooting 34% from beyond the arc. William Penn here with a chance to take the lead. Cunningham. And the Beavers are going to have three substitutions here quickly. Nate Bjorken sees his first action, as well as Matt Jansen and the freshman Landon Roth.
Landon, who's getting a lot of play time now since OJ's injury. He's one of the guys really going to have to gel with the rest of the team, only being a freshman.
That's right, but again, Coach Van Haften had complete confidence in the freshman earlier this season.
Player.
As T.C. Cunningham gets underneath for the easy lay-in, we talked about in the women's game, those out-of-bounds plays become very important at this stage in the season, and William Penn's able to take advantage there.
Yeah. Now Nate Bjorken running the offense. You don't lose much at all when Nate comes in. Him and Brian Schmalbach are a lot of the same in their point guard
Roth
style.
is rejected and gets his own rebound, puts it back in, and right away the freshman contributes. And again, I was talking to Coach Van Haften, and earlier this season, Roth had 42 points in a JV game, and that was back in January, so you know he's capable of putting points on the board. But Coach Van Haften's philosophy on that is, as you see the turnover, BV's going to get it back. Coach Van Haften's philosophy is not to play the freshman unless he has to. He has three good ones. So he's got Craig Brightwell, Roth, and Tommy Harskamp as well. And there's a timeout on the floor. We're tied at 12 with 12:02 to go first half. This one's looking like a good one early on, Eric.
Yeah, it is. Both teams coming out real fired up. 12-12 tie. Right now, there's been a little sloppy play on both sides. I think William Penn is maybe a little bit more fired up than BV might have thought. BV, I was talking to Coach Van Haften earlier this week, and he said right now it's totally a mental game at Buena Vista's side. They have to play 40 minutes of hard basketball for these next 5 games, and they'll have a chance to win their first conference title in over 20 years, about 21 years, 1976, the last time they won the conference. So some history is being looking to made here this year at Buena Vista basketball.
Matt Jansen, no good on the inside layup. That's his first shot of the night. We take a look at the early field goal shooting. BV 4 for 10 and William Penn 6 for 10. So the Statesmen winning the battle shooting thus far. Douglas with the rebound, and we got a 4-on-2 fast break. Bjorken inside to Jansen, and Jansen gets it stolen away. And here comes the Statesmen on a fast break. David Jones come off the bench and got the steal that time for William Penn. Coach Leon Richardson yelling the signals from the bench, and
big three-pointer.
Barry Ricks
three-pointer
comes
there.
off the bench and drains a three. That's the first three-pointer of the game for the Statesmen.
A lot of bald-headed guys out there for William Penn, seems like.
Matt Jansen, double team, still able to get the shot and the basket.
Wow.
Matt Jansen battling
Great play
inside.
down low, yeah. He's one of the smallest post guys in Iowa Conference, but he plays about 3 times his size with his toughness down there.
William Penn with the 1-point lead, and Beavers almost come up with the steal.
Oh, there miscommunication.
Bjorken does.
Bjorken and
2-on-2.
Brad Douglas gets it knocked away.
Bjorken that time took it himself. Good job by William Penn not fouling. Right now we're going to send it down on the floor. Brent Johnson has a floor report. Brent, take it away.
Hello, everybody. And I had the pleasure of playing Julie Keeler in our audience, and so I grabbed her and brought her down here. So what do you think so far of basketball? Well, I want to talk a little bit about student services. Student services just moved to the forum, where you were basically sold before. So what is that movement to student services and to the students?
Well, Brent, it's been a wonderful move for us. First of all, we have a lot
This January, they did a leadership program for the first time. Can you comment about that?
There were 17 students and they spent all of their about themselves, which is very positive.
One last question. Who do you think is going to win the game?
Well, of course, BB. I mean, the level of enthusiasm, the way they're able to come behind that's necessary. I mean, they really enjoy playing the game. My vote is for them.
Well, thank you, Julie, and we'll take it back to Eric and Scott.
And while you're away, Barry Ricks hit another three-pointer. That's his second 3 of the game. And the Statesmen have opened up a 4-point lead.
Yeah, William Penn's really fired up. Their bench is on their feet. A lot of excitement for William Penn. BV right now trying to find that excitement in themselves.
$9:15 to go in the half. It's been everything we've expected and more so far. The double team down low. And William Penn's doing a good job of finding the person who's not double teamed, giving credit for the passing. Dentlinger, he's going to take it from 23, no good. Jansen crashing the old boards, takes it up, and gets the roll. Matt Jansen, 2 quick inside baskets for the Beavers. And
that was a nice job. Yeah, nice job by Matt Jansen to crash that board, get the rebound, and stay with it, keep the ball up in the air up by the basket, and able to put that one in.
Leo Abad down underneath. Gives it to Holtz, and Holtz is fouled. So far, not very many fouls called, just 4 now. 3 team fouls on the Beavers. When Holtz will be sent to the line on the season. Holtz is a 81% free throw shooter. So you don't want to foul that guy come late in the game.
You want to try to pick the guys that have the lowest percentage, basically, is the idea.
Okay, we got things starting to heat up here.
Yeah, looks like a couple guys pointing fingers.
Matt Jansen.
Some tempers starting to flare, it looks like, down there.
Matt Jansen and Leo Abad down underneath, and I can see why there's a lot of elbows going on underneath there. The referees aren't calling a whole lot of action, pretty much letting them play early on here. We saw a technical dished out in the women's game on the William Penn coach Gary Smith.
Oh, that's a great read. Great read by Barry Ricks there.
Ricks with the steal, the dish to David Jones, and Jones puts in the layup, and that will go on William Penn's highlight reel. Excellent play by Ricks, who's coming off the bench and has got 6 points and a couple of assists early. He's a good-looking player off the bench, only a junior from Arizona. So I got a break in the action. 8:02 left to go in the half.
Right now, BV's really got to settle down, run their offense, try to get some open passes. It seems like they're kind of going haywire, just trying to hit anything they can. And defense, I mean, they just got to play the tenacious defense that they're known for all year. William Penn, though, give them a lot of credit. They've come out right here at the beginning of the game, really fired up and ready to play some basketball.
This is a dangerous ball club, and the Beavers are well aware of that. This game has huge playoff implications as well. Beavers need both of these games on this homestand this weekend. Bjorken pulls up and drains a shot, no doubt about it. Nate Bjorken gets his first field goal of the game, cuts the lead to 2. Nice pass inside.
Nice job by Aaron Bloom to cut off that passing lane and knock the ball loose for Nick Dentlinger to pick up.
Both these teams really battling each other right now. The tempo is pretty fast-paced so far. Roth thought about the 3, not going to take it. Now he does. Landon Roth with the 3, no good.
Just off the mark right there. He may have thought about it a little too much.
Oh, and Nick Dentlinger picks up a tic-tac foul. On the rebound, William Penn had it, and he slapped it and picked up the foul. But the way things are going so far, you'd think that'd be a no call. It's only Nick's first.
William Penn kind of slowing it down right now. Spreading the court. Playing kind of like a 4 corners offense.
What they're trying to do, Eric, is get some isolation to break you down off the dribble. That's what this team is known for.
Yeah, BV shooting only 1 for 7 at the 3-point attempts. And not very good.
William Penn 2 for 3. Of course, Ricks has got both of those. Here's Jones for 3.
Oh, wow, big shot right there. A sharpshooter so far for William Penn.
Well beyond the 3-point range. Jones, and he's got 5 at least already. Dentlinger down low, and he gets fouled. No, the basket doesn't fall for him, but he'll be on the line shooting 2.
Nice job by Nick to get the defender up in the air like that with a good head fake. Just not able to put the ball into the hoop, but draws the foul.
Brad Douglas giving Aaron Bloom a break.
Nick's only a 61% free throw shooter, as there he nails his first one. A shooter like Nick, you might think would be a little bit better at the free throw line, but it's not as easy as it looks.
Dentlinger from Carroll Kemper hits both.
Here they're BV applying a little full court pressure, and oh, nice job by Nick Dentlinger to get that ball. He almost popped it right into the hoop. Now they have to go way up in the air. Does William Penn? Kind of a rainbow pass there.
This is Jones with it. Roth guarding him. And
nice hedge by Matt Jansen right there.
For the double team. The shot was blown by Adam Flegel. And right now, William Penn has gone deep into their bench. They've already played 10 players this game. So they've got some depth. Of course, BV has played 9. But I think these teams are going to need that bench come late in the second half. They could be exhausted. Schmalbeck returns in for Bjorken. He likes that right-handed drive. He'll get the picks to drive right. Jansen at the top of the key.
He likes that shot right there at the elbow, too. Nice job to Landon Roth. Nice job, Landon Roth, to get his body down below and pin his guy in his hip.
Give credit to Jansen with the dish. The score is the William Penn 23, Beavers 22. With 5:27 to go, first half. Jones with it down low, and Dentlinger almost came up the block. Good defense by Nick, not getting the foul, but yet affecting the shot somewhat. Jansen working on the left side, and he likes that left-handed drive as we saw last time. Nice dish from Roth to Schmalbeck.
Nice backdoor cut that time by Brian Schmalbeck, and nice awareness there by Landon Roth to get the ball to him.
So the Beavers had their first lead in a while at 24-23. Rex for his third three-pointer, no good. Tip in, and they're going to get Flegel over the back.
Over Matt Jansen. Fans really getting into the game right now.
That's right. The fans can play a huge factor this weekend for the Beavers, and that's what both coaches were hoping earlier in the week. Last weekend, they played a real huge factor in that comeback win over Wartburg. Van Haften said it was just like having a sixth guy out there on the floor for you. William Penn sticking with that man-to-man defense. They're second in the conference in defense, so they can play it too. Jansen is going to be fouled. Both teams have 4 team fouls. And they go with the safe outlet to Schmalbeck. Douglas on the near side, trying to get into Jansen down low, but Jansen's double teamed. Roth for 3. Nice board by Douglas.
Oh, nice job by Brad Douglas. Stay with that one. Real nice job with the hoop and the harm right there. Great job by Odie that time to get that inside position.
For the season, Brad Douglas, 72% free throw shooter. And he's going to be called for that push on the free throw. That'll be BB's 5th team foul. Here we get some full court pressure. Good job by William Penn to break that. Now they got a fast break of their own. And TC Cunningham converts.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't call a travel right there. His jump stop is more of a slide across the floor.
Coach Van Haften up on the sidelines. Douglas driving right. Gets fouled. Brad Douglas, that's one of the things he's able to do for this team. He's been to the free throw line more than anybody else according to the minutes he plays per game. And he brings that to this ball club, able to get to the line. But there's a game a couple of weeks back where he had double figures in free throw shooting alone. He's the only senior on this ball club. So next year's team looks
yeah. Everybody coming back, so be no surprise next year to the Iowa Conference.
Yes, even though Jamie Wilson is a senior academically, he still has 1 year left
Of eligibility.
And that's the same with Jeff Wilson, who we have not seen yet tonight. Roth with the inbounds. Let's see if they can't get a better pass off. There it is. They did get to the guy they wanted to, Eric. But
yep.
Douglas
Brad just not being able to convert on that one. Had a lot of bodies to contend with down there.
So BV leads it by 2. 3:15 to go first half. It's been a quickly played first half.
Yeah, it has. Not a lot of stoppage in the clock so far.
Abad, no good. Tip, no good. And Wilson with the defensive board. Jansen will push it up.
Usually don't see your starting center dribbling up the court like Matt Jansen just did.
Schmalbeck for his second three of the
How
game.
bad. All night. When Brian Schmalbeck's that wide open, it's pretty much money that he'll make it.
Schmalbeck is shooting 29% from the year beyond the arc. He's hot tonight.
William Penn answering that one.
James Smith from downtown. So the answer to Schmalley's three. It's a 2-point BB lead. William Penn now more aggressive on defense. They reset the offense.
William Penn does a real nice job of their man-to-man defense. They really cover their men well.
Dentlinger and Bloom will check in for Roth and Jansen. They get a round of applause as they exit. Aaron Bloom needs to get rid of it.
Nice job getting to Brian Schmalbeck.
Dentlinger from 3, no good. He's been cold so far tonight. And William
Nice
Penn has got a
breakout.
great look out.
As he puts it
the big
down.
dunk.
That's Todd Hill.
Todd Hill from Harbor, Michigan brings down the house with a thunderous jam. And that one was expected. He was all by himself.
Yeah, he broke away there after the rebound and was able to get the nice outlet pass.
Yeah, and that's a good job by him. Good instincts of breaking
Yep.
for the basket. Give him credit.
Block there on Dentlinger. Yeah, I think right now the athleticism of William Penn's kind of catching BV off guard.
Here's a chance for them to take the lead with 1:20 to go in the half. And I think it's important here because we head down to halftime. Whoever's got the momentum going into the locker room, it could be a huge lift in the second half. And we got travel on Hill, the man who just dunked it. So turnovers haven't been a huge factor in
No,
this
not
game.
yet. But things like that can really change the momentum of the game. William Penn had it going. Now they get the turnover. So now BV, with a minute left, has a chance.
Big possessions here. This game is everything we expected and more. Schmalbeck for 3, that's no good.
Nice job. Great job. No one blocked Jamie Wilson out. He just flew from the free throw line right in there to get the tip. Real nice job by Jamie Wilson.
Jamie Wilson had 21 rebounds last weekend, as we mentioned. That time he came out of nowhere just to get that one. 39 seconds remaining first half. The shot by Smith, no good. Smith gets his own board.
He carried that time. Double dribble, they called it.
Yep, he turned it over.
Yep.
And
So now Buena Vista has a chance. Scott, to maybe take a 4-point lead into halftime.
The shot clock is off, so they'll probably hold for one. That's what coach is telling Nate Bjorken. And also, Eric, I think this is a good strategy. We got both of our point guards in here right now, Schmalbeck and Bjorken. And a lot of times he'll use that as we get down to...
Yep. We have some of the best ball handlers on the team out there in Bjorken and Schmally and Aaron Bloom.
He used that last week when it got close down in overtime against Wartburg. They worked well. 8 seconds, Bjorken on top. 6 seconds. Schmalbeck looking for a shot. Bjorken's got to get it off. 2 seconds. No good.
He had the open shot that he wanted. Just not able to convert.
So we head into the locker room, and we have an excellent game being played right now. The Beavers head into the locker room up by 2, 32-30. We'll be back with a great halftime show for you after these messages. You're watching Innovation Videos.
Someone once said, we all come into this world alone, and we leave the same way. But in between, we have the chance to connect and help each other, to find ways you can do something to connect with the people in your community, called the Points of Light Foundation. Do something good. Feel something real.
Thousands of women will lose a child to AIDS simply because they didn't get an HIV test when they were pregnant. You see, there's now treatment that can help stop the spread of HIV from mother to baby, which gives children of HIV-infected mothers something they never had before, a chance. If you're pregnant, please get an HIV test.
Where's Michael?
National Guard duty.
Ah, bet he's just sandbagging.
I don't think so.
Sure he is. He left us with all the big fires to put out.
Over 52% of our military is made up of the National Guard and Reserve. They serve in times of war and in times of disaster. And the jobs they perform are hard enough, without you making it harder.
Well, let's hope he's ready for some late nights when he gets back.
Please support your employees in the National Guard and Reserve.
Okay, we're back up here at halftime, up in the booth now as Scott Heinle prepares for his interview with victorious women's head coach Janet Allgood. We'll have our floor reporter up here, Brent Johnson. Brent, so far, what's been your outlook on this game?
Man, I've seen a strong William Penn team coming here. They're really putting it to the Beavers. They're right now we know that William Penn is fighting for the conference championship too. Only way they can do that is beat BB, and they've come in and they played a heck of a game. They're one of the fastest teams I've seen BB play all year, and they're really attacking this BB defense.
Yeah, it's been an excellent game. William Penn's a lot more athletic, I think, than a lot of people thought. But right now we have an interview with the head tennis coach, Dr. Atkins. So we'll throw it to that interview and stay tuned because we still have the Janet Allgood interview coming up.
Tonight's game. Right now we have the head men's tennis coach, Carl Adkins, here with us, and he's going to give us a little preview of what to expect for the men's program this coming spring. Thanks for coming over, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
All right, now first we just want to talk about the team, right?
Right.
Okay.
I'm really excited about this year's team. We have 3 young men in particular coming back from last year. We have our co-captains, Aaron Soul and Todd Versteeg, and we have 1 senior on the squad, Greg Rupp, coming back. So we have a nice nucleus to build from. In addition to that, we have 3, we think, at the moment, very exciting freshmen. Leading the way, of course, would probably be Pradeep Prabhakar from India, who is a delightful young man, and I hope everybody gets to meet him during his stay here. And if he does what we think he'll do on the court, he's going to really be a great addition to our team. In addition to that, we have Josh Dix, who is a freshman, has been to state a couple of years in high school, and is playing, we're counting on him a great deal. And then we have Ryan McCauley, who is a freshman that, as I like to say, sometimes my best recruiting comes out of the dorm and is a surprise to me. And that's where he came from. And so that's the team as we have it now. And we have also other people who have shown interest and are going to be a part of our squad. We have 6 more people at least who will be practicing with us, and we hope some of them can come along as well.
Okay, now you guys have been practicing for a while now, and how are you able to practice? Are you able to get outdoors, or how do you run that?
The physical education department has not issued snowshoes, or we would probably be out there on the courts. But seriously, our captains have been working on conditioning, and you may have seen some of the fellows running in the gym, getting themselves in shape, which is very important. You can go through a season of dual meets and be maybe partially in shape if you're only playing singles and doubles with one team. But the problem is, of course, when you get to the end of the season, when we have our conference meet and you're playing doubles and singles, and it's a double elimination meet and it's a 2-day meet, and those legs can get pretty tired. So we practice there in the gym, sometimes put up a net, very seldom, but we do have a couple of nets, and they can do a little hitting on the floor, but the surface is very quick. Also, we have an opportunity to go once a week now, and we have for the last couple of weeks, to Spencer, where there are 2 courts, and very nice courts, and we take the fellows up there so that they can get some practice before the season opens.
All right, now you were talking about conditioning and the conference meet that you guys play, but what I didn't know is that you guys don't keep conference standings. Do you want to explain that a little more?
We don't keep a record, specifically win-loss record, during the season in the conference, as say basketball does, for example, where we have a number of so many wins and so many losses. Rather, very comparable to track and field, or say golf, men and women's golf. We have a conference meet at the end of the season, and it's a 2-day affair, and based on our finish as a team in that meet, that determines where we place in the conference at the end of the season. It is also possible to have individual champions, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th place, as individuals and as doubles teams. It's a flighted tournament. I don't know if you're familiar with tennis, but we have number 1 player through number 6 player. So all the 1 players will be against each other at the conference meet, and there'll be 1 champion emerge there. And then, in addition, that young man has won some team points.
All right, well, it looks to be a very promising season, and I hope a lot of people get out to watch you guys play.
We do too, and the last part of the season is primarily here in Storm Lake, so we encourage anybody that wants to come out and root us on.
All right, well, I wish you the best of luck, Coach.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thanks. We'll return to the game in a minute.
Welcome back to halftime. It's over to Coach Berry. Congratulations, Coach. Over William Penn tonight. It was a great all-around game. They never really threatened them. That's right. Ashley Reynolds played a big role off the bench. We gave her our Pincus Pizza off the bench award tonight. She had 4 3-pointers and continued great shooting. And really, just overmatched this month. But they're pretty experienced, but they're in a rebuilding phase right now.
But one of the things too, we only shot 43%. For us, that's not very good. but to still score 91 points, I was happy about that because I told our kids we wanted 70 shots. And I haven't really got a chance to even look at the stats, which we end up with 73. So we got our 73 shots, and we'd been getting into 50 for a while, and I just said, you know, we got to get some shots in the basket. We got to get by offensive boards and cutting down our turnovers, and we only had 12 turnovers tonight. We're happy about that, and I guess right now I just really want to make a plea to people. Tomorrow night against Loris is a huge game for us. Come out and see our women play. They are 17-4. They are outstanding. They are fun to watch. They lead the nation in scoring. And we need you to stand here. We need you to tip them off. We tip it off tomorrow night.
You bet, Coach. An excellent game. Everybody come on out to the game. Coach, congratulations.
Okay, here we're coming up with our first half highlights. All the action of the first half with BV leading 32-30.
And right from the get-go, again, it was the same story. Brian Schmalbeck to start things off. We've seen it all year long. Schmally to start it off for us. And this game started off a very fast-paced game, Eric.
Yeah, it did. The time, the first half flew by in time.
Well, not too many fouls were called.
Yeah, not too many stoppages of the clock, and both offenses were really running fast and really making their cuts quick.
The referees basically letting them play, even though there was quite a few elbows down low. BV did a good job, I thought, at times on the offensive boards, Eric. Matt Jansen had a couple key offensive boards, and right here you see him battling, splitting the double team, which is amazing.
Yeah, nice job right there, Matt Jansen. Oh, just working hard down on the glass. He always does. Him and Jamie Wilson both have done an excellent job down low, along with Nick Dentlinger, who's more of an outside threat. But all of them, great job.
And I
with
thought
32-30.
I thought the point guard situation was, again, as it always is a smooth transition. When Bjorken comes in, the team does not lose anything. We'll take a look at the first half stats here. You're going to see everything basically even. The field goals are all tied up at 13. Well, take a look at those here shortly. Yeah, here we go. Rebounds. They have a
7 rebound edge. It's not something BV will be very happy about. Coach Van Haften loves to win the rebounding game.
Turnovers.
Being down by 7 isn't where you want to be right now.
Turnovers not a huge factor, nor fouls for that matter. The field goal's dead even.
Yep.
And that's basically where we stand.
The 4 free throws for BV is the advantage, the 2-point advantage right now.
That's right. And as we take a look at 3-point shooting, William Penn 4 for 7. So William Penn hitting around 56% from downtown. BV only 2 for 11. So again, Eric, at the top of the show, let's go back to our keys to the victory, if we can, for a second here.
Yep.
And at the top of the show, we said that it was important for BV to have perimeter shooting because it's been lacking ever since OJ left. And really, besides Nick Dentlinger's spurt there for that 5 minutes in that Wartburg game, we have not seen it.
Yeah. Tonight, Brian Schmalbeck has done a pretty good job has done a pretty good job of the outside game, knocking down a couple threes. Nate Bjorken's been out there a couple times, so it's getting better, but still not anywhere near how they want it to be. And stopping the dribble penetration, done an okay job with that, but that's where a lot of William Penn's points have come off
Exactly.
of. They're quick guys out there.
It's not so much that William Penn has been able to take the guys right to the hole. Yet BB's doing a good job of stopping them to getting to the basket. But once they stop them, the William Penn guys are dishing off to open players.
Yeah.
And that's creating the problems because the players getting open shots.
Yeah, there always seems to be one guy that's open. So that right now is kind of the danger spot for BB. And then William Penn, of course, they've opened up their floor game. They want to do a little bit better. And then the one-on-one isolation, they've done an okay job at that.
We saw them try to go to it midway through the half when they spread out four corners and make sure that BB can't get the double team down.
And they've definitely stayed close early. I mean, calling a 2-point lead at halftime.
That's right.
You couldn't ask for much more. BV going back, we missed one. We said they wanted to pound it inside. The inside game has done a good job, but they haven't really gotten many passes.
Matt Jansen
entry
has been
passes
a
right down
workhorse.
there. Yeah.
And we take a look at the scoring in the second half. Matt Jansen, sophomore Matt Jansen, has only 4 points, but again, good on the boards.
Yeah. Brian Schmalbeck right there, like we had said, 10 points, leading the team right now. The other guy's going to have to step up to pull away from this very impressive William Penn team.
Oh, and Smith just brought down the house with a really great fast break.
Yep.
Give him credit. He read the transition. As soon as the long three-pointer was shot by Dellinger, he was breaking toward the basket and heads up by William Penn to give him the long baseline pass. And it was from there, it was going to be on the highlight reel from then on. So BB trying to hang on here in the second half with a 2-point lead. A reminder to all you folks listening on the internet, this is our debut game of real audio system at BVU and Innovation Video. And Bloom, Aaron Bloom, is a three-pointer to start things off, and what a way to come out of the locker room for Van Hampton's club.
A real nice job there. Getting the two-pointer, his foot was on the line, but still a real nice job by Aaron Bloom to knock that one down.
Aaron Bloom, that's his first 3 points of the game. He was relatively quiet in the first half. We have the same starting five for both clubs. Although both teams did go to the bench early and often in the first half, as number 45 for William Penn, Chris Holtz, gets the lay-in. Bloom tries again. Aaron Bloom, no good this time. Schmalbeck was a hounding Dion. Stanley, and here's
nice outlet pass to Brad Douglas right there.
Odie taking it himself, coast to coast.
Nice job by Douglas. That was a nice pass by Jamie Wilson, too, to find the open guy down the court.
And nice anticipation by Bloom. He almost had the steal, but just lost it out of bounds. The Statesmen will have 19 seconds to go on the shot clock as they inbounds right in front of us here on the near side. The crowd has been somewhat of a factor tonight.
Yeah, we got a pretty full house now. Going into the second half, a lot of guys right in front of us, the home crowd.
Three-pointer shot, no good.
Nice job fouling the shot right there, but it gets blocked out of bounds.
Stanley guys on rebound. Wilson comes up with it. Jamie Wilson,
nice.
And Odie's wide open for three.
Just a little bit off there, but Brad Douglas.
Douglas with his own board takes up huge block by Flagel right back in his face. And here is Mines.
Oh, they got the blocking call.
And the fans don't like it here at the Fieldhouse. Jamie Wilson didn't quite have position. That's the first team fouled half. And the second on Wilson. And the shot by Mines, no good. On the season, Mines is a 53% free throw shooter. So he might be a guy that when it gets down late in the game,
yeah, crunch time might want to put him on the line.
3-point game. Lead for BV. Just underway in the second half. 17:45 to go in regulation.
Nice pass there to Brian Schmalbeck.
Cross-court pass. Schmally, maybe a bad pass to Wilson.
Jamie just not able to hold on to that pass.
BB did a pretty good job of hanging onto the ball early. Cunningham inside. The shot is good by Schultz. And we have a foul away from the ball. It's going to be on BV.
Dantlinger for a little hooking. He's trying to push off, getting some position there.
Scott Heinley and Eric Ria with you tonight. Early on, we saw the women defeating William Penn by 29 points easily. Cutting out with the shot.
Excellent game for the women's side.
Coach Berry making a plea for the fans to come out early tomorrow night. Cunningham with the steal, no good. And
wow, some rough play going on right now. Not a lot being called.
Yes, it did get almost out of hand in the first half. The refs pretty much letting them play. Today's broadcast, BV William Penn, is sponsored by Silkscreen Inc. and Storm Lake. Silkscreen Inc. is supplier of T-shirts and hats, and they can be printed in many colors. So
trying for the little alley-oop pass was right there.
Bloom with a shot, no good. And they're really banging in there.
Oh, nice job by Brad Douglas to pick up the garbage.
Timeout on the floor. William Penn wants to talk it over. BB's got a 3-point lead. And we're going to send it downstairs to BJ Brent Johnson. Okay, the fans back into it. Sorry about that technical difficulties we had there.
We'll continue on with the show.
Looked like York Plagge was down there, and I think he's feeling pretty good tonight.
Crazy man.
He's, of course, the ninth grade coach of the new
and he also used to play basketball for William Penn for a year.
So he's seen his old boys play here tonight, and he knows almost all
I think
the
he was
players.
taunting a couple of his buddies there earlier. He's kind of laughing, joking with them.
Dentlinger inside, and he is fouled hard. He'll be gone to line shooting 2.
Holding on to the 1-point lead is BV. It's going to be a hard road to this conference championship for Buena Vista. Excellent games all up and down. Tomorrow night, Loris. Tuesday night will be at Simpson. So no easy tasks ahead for these guys.
That's right. Loris brings in Jason Driscoll. He's a leading scorer in the league, and it would be important for BB to shut him down. Probably the MVP of the conference this year. Honeykiss Pizza is a proud sponsor of tonight's basketball doubleheader. Call 732-2222 right now and to enjoy a hot, fresh pizza delivered before the end of the game. Honeykiss Pizza, the best pizza in town. We will be naming the Honeykiss Pizza off the bench contributor at the game tonight. This award goes to the player who comes off the bench to give their team the biggest spark. Right now we have 3-point BB lead, and it's a 2-0 fake. Dentlinger and Bloom, and here's Dentlinger all the way in, and he gets fouled.
Yeah, Nick's got to make sure he goes up real strong with that shot. It almost looked like maybe he wanted to try to dunk it, but he had a defender right there. But he goes to the line and try to open up a bigger lead than the 3 points we have right now.
So Dentlinger makes his second trip to the line in as many minutes. On the season, he is a 61% free throw shooter. One of, actually the leading scorer on this year's club, averaging 14.2 points a game. One of 2 men in double figures for BV. Also 6.4 boards a game for Nick, the junior from Carroll Kemper. BV's got a 4-point lead. That's the biggest lead we've seen from either club so far tonight. William Penn had a 4-point lead midway through the first half.
Nice hands there by Brian Schmalbeck to tap that ball out of bounds. And it came off of... No, they are going to give it to William Penn.
At first they signaled that the ball was going to go. Now they're having a conference. The refs are having a conference here. At first they signaled the ball was going to be toward BV, and then the other ref came over and said, no, it's to William Penn. And now after they talked about it, they decided we'll go to William Penn. So they'll inbounds here on the near side.
So it was a nice job by Brian Schmalbeck on that play. He has quick hands and caused a lot of trouble for the guards out there. There's travel.
TJ Cunningham packed his bags, but he forgot to cash his plane ticket.
Or something like that.
And pressure bothers Bloom a little bit. Cunningham trying to...
A lot of pressure right now by the William Penn guy. Oh.
And it's bothering BV. Yeah. They forced a turnover.
Brian Schmalbeck was open. Jamie was going to the right guy. It just was a little late delivering it.
And both teams now pushing the ball up the floor. Really fast-paced game. And we have another foul away from the ball. This one's going to be on the Beavers again. So that's 2 offensive fouls we see now away from the ball on the Beavers this half. We have a 4-point lead still, 14:40 to go second half. There's a pick. And good job by BV. Now the Statesman trying to take some time off the clock here.
Yeah. With 14, a lot of game left, 4-point lead. William Penn just trying to get a good shot.
But BV is playing excellent defense.
Excellent defense at this moment.
There's mine's no good. The tip in is good.
Just got to get a body on everybody to get those rebounds.
Holtz gets the tip in, making a 2-point game. Substitutions for BV. Roth and Jansen check in for Dentlinger and Douglas.
So the offense being led by Brian Schmalbeck. A knockdown away from the ball foul against Matt Jansen.
No, I think it's they're going to call it TJ Cunningham.
They fouled Matt Jansen is what I tried to say. Unfortunately, that happened because Bloomer nailed the 3-pointer.
And Ritz checks into the ball game for William Penn. He was a big factor in the first half. He spurred him on off the bench with 6
He's kind
points.
of become a crowd favorite, too, I think.
Fans are out in full force with the heckling tonight. Bloomer for 3.
From the corner, big shot by Aaron Bloom. Wow.
Bloom has that tendency to hit that big shot when we need it. 5-point lead for Beavers. Baseline shot, no good, but BV will get it back. 13:20 to go in regulation. Bjorken checks in for Schmalley. Schmalley gets a well-deserved rest. And we have a timeout on the floor. Attention BV basketball fans, if you want to get the inside scoop on the Beavers, then be sure to watch Center Court. Center Court is a weekly half-hour coaches show that brings you the highlights and recaps of last week's games. And also, the coaches will interview a player from their squads, and we'll look ahead to next week's contest. Innovation Video is your home for BV sports coverage.
Hey, be sure to tune into Innovation Video to watch the only live newscast produced in Storm Lake. Innovation News is a 20-minute broadcast of the local and national news, weather, and sports. The newscast aired live at 6:30 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays, only on Innovation Video, Cable Channel 3. Innovation Video is your source for the best coverage of news events in Storm Lake and at Buena Vista University.
Back to action. William Penn showing light pressure.
Landon Roth, Scott's checked in the game.
Along with Nate Bjorken.
So 2 fresh guards out there, 2 fine young shooters.
The way this game is
going. A lot of pressure William Penn starting to put on. BV's got to really start running their offense very crisp with really no mistakes.
Both teams really aggressive defensively right now. You're watching the top 2 defensive teams in the league.
Yep.
According to scoring average. Jansen's got to put it up because the shot clock was running down.
That was a nice shot by Matt Jansen from the corner there. I accidentally called him by his cousin's name. So now it goes out on William Penn. So Scott, BV's really got to try to get a crisp, nice shot out of this out of bounds play here.
Aaron Bloom working off the dribble. Circa shot inside. Aaron Bloom.
Wow. Nice shot by Aaron. Excellent job of penetrating that middle and going right up for the layup. Went up strong that time.
Wow, an acrobatic move by Aaron Bloom puts BV up by 7, their biggest lead so far in the ball game.
Jamie Wilson there went for the steal and missed, giving
Chris Holtz give him the 2 points.
The wide open shot.
(46-41), 12:04 to go in regulation. Bloomer for 3, no good. And rebound by the Statesman.
Right now, Aaron's playing a heck of a game out there. He's really fired up, trying to get this team going.
I think Coach Van Hampton must have given him a wake-up call in the locker room because he's come out here in the second half and he's been on fire.
Now BV putting some good defensive pressure on themselves, making William Penn really work for the offensive possession.
Shot clock down to 7. And we have a foul away from the ball. Offensive foul on the Statesman.
So that's a big break Buena Vista needed. Get this crowd into it.
Jamie Wilson open on the far baseline.
That's a nice shot when you don't hesitate it. You just get it and fire, square it up to the basket. Real nice shot that time by Jamie Wilson. He knew exactly where he was at, and he knew exactly what he was going to do with that ball as soon as he got it.
David Jones driving and dishes off to Smith. No good on the 3.
Short there, but a nice rebound that time.
David Schlutt gets the old board, and he'll be on the line.
His colorful socks and all will be at the free throw line.
Field goal shooting this half, Eric. BB 6 of 12 for 50%. William Penn 5 out of 12. So things pretty even still. Chet's a 62% free throw shooter, misses both that time. Gets his own board and he'll be back there again. Give Chuck credit, he's kept battling there with the boards.
He's battling hard down there.
$10:52 to go in this one.
That's something you don't want to have happen on a free throw, is them to get the ball back and foul him again, give him another chance.
Shots 0 for 3 on this trip.
Maybe it is a good idea to keep fouling this guy. You give him free shots, he keeps missing.
The fans really get into it. He misses all 4.
He misses all 4.
Are going crazy here.
Now I say he has to hope not to foul as he's going a little crazy there against Bloom.
Jamie Wilson on the near baseline.
From the opposite side this time, almost the exact same area, but on the other side of the court.
So Wilson's playing around the world here on the statesman, hitting him from all angles.
Yeah, as missed that last one. William Penn's one for 7 from the free throw
and
line.
With the steal ahead to Roth, who takes it in for the lay-in. And the Beavers have opened up an 11-point lead. Coach Leon Richardson wants to talk it over. Timeout on the floor.
And this is what BV can do, Scott. They played kind of possum there for the first half, and now just come out fired up and really take it to William Penn and have opened up this big 11-point lead.
Good crowd on hand at the field house. And tonight's telecast is copyrighted by Innovation Video and Buena Vista University. Any rebroadcast of this telecast without the express written consent of BVU and Innovation Video is strictly prohibited.
I'm not really sure what Brian Van Haften could be telling his guys right now, just maybe to keep the same pressure up and keep it going. I think William Penn, coach, he needs something to fire his guys up.
That's right, and I think he said in the timeout to his players, let's watch the turnovers.
Yeah.
The turnovers in the second half, William Penn 7 and BV 3.
I mean, William Penn's been playing great defense right now. BV's just been able to get some great looks at the basket.
And there's shot no good by Mines.
Fighting hard for the boards, everybody.
Richardson no good. Oh, he thought he had the block and he got fouled.
Brad Douglas called for that foul.
TJ Richardson goes to the line. His first trip of the night, and he is a 83% free throw shooter. TJ Cunningham, excuse me, from Vacaville, California. Let's go down to the floor right now. Brent Johnson is standing with York Plagge.
I'm standing here with 1996 homecoming king, York Plagge. Hey, York, if memory serves me right, did you not go to William Penn?
Yes, my freshman year I did, you bet, yeah.
So why did you transfer to BV?
Well, I played basketball for William Penn my freshman year, and I came around conference games, came to BV here, and I couldn't believe the fan support and how much fun I had while I was here, and I knew I had to transfer here.
So do you know some of the players out in the court?
You bet. Hey, Dave Schutt, he's got the Dr. Seuss socks on. He's not out there right now. I know a couple of them. You bet I played with them while I was in college.
So right now, if you were coaching the BV's team, what would you give them for advice?
Well, hey, I'd say get out in the guards because the people in the middle, they're not effective tonight. I'd say get out there, jam them up. Don't let them get inside. And right now, hey, it's 54 to 43. I think, the Beavers keep doing what they're doing. I think they're going to win the game and clinch the conference. Is that what I understand tonight?
Well, they got to have a couple things happen, but yeah, they could. Well, thank you very much, York, and back to Eric and Scott.
All right, thanks a lot, Brent, with York Plagge. And William Penn just hit a three-pointer, so it's now an 8-point game with 8 minutes, 53 seconds to go. Down low is Cunningham. He's double-teamed. And another turnover. Landon Roth is ahead. He's got a fast break and a wise foul probably that's preventing the layup by
it looked like Landon had a pretty clear path to the basket if not for that foul. It's a pretty smart foul there. BV will take it out on the far side. BV, Scott's just got to keep doing what they're doing, running their offense, Chris, trying to get a good open shot. Right now, Aaron Bloom isn't in there. That's the guy who's lit it up for a while.
Oh, nice backdoor cut by Dellinger.
See, right there, like I was saying, just you wait, they're patient, and they get the open shot.
Barry Ricks with the ball on top. Shot by Smith, no good. Maybe Bjorka's going to push it up here.
Oh, yeah, at that point, someone for BV had to be open because there was 3 guys in the backcourt and only one guy for Buena Vista. So there had to be a couple players open.
Jansen pulls up.
Oh, nice job by Matt Jansen. Real nice shot there, Scott, right at the elbow for him. That's a shot you like your post players to take. And I think he's calling for a breather right now. He's tugging at his shirt.
Beavers lead at 58-46, 7:30 to go in regulation. Ricks with a shot, and he is fouled by Roth. And Coach Richardson shouting out signals to his team on the bench. He sends in 2 new players. The next telecast by Innovation Video Sports will be tomorrow night when the BV basketball teams play the Loris Dewhawks in a pivotal conference doubleheader. The women start things off at 6 o'clock and the men tip off at 8. Live coverage from Stevens Fieldhouse starts with the pregame show around 5:50. Innovation Video is your home for live coverage of Buena Vista sporting events. And all you folks out there listening to us on the internet, we welcome you. This is our debut of real audio on the internet, and we're real excited about that. One of the only schools this size in the nation to offer that for you.
Real excited about real audio. Kind of a...
No, the fans wanted that one to go down. And they're going to call Roth on the travel. I don't believe he did. That's a bad call.
I didn't see that at all. I thought Landon did a nice job there getting that pass from Matt Jansen.
Honeykiss Pizza is a proud sponsor of tonight's BV William Penn basketball doubleheader. Call 732-2222 right now and enjoy hot, fresh pizza delivered right your doorstep before the end of this game. And we'll be naming the Honeykiss Pizza off the bench contributor to the player who best sparks his team off the bench.
Not able to handle that pass. Scott, number 25 there, he was wide open underneath.
And right now, William Penn full court pressure. But now they call it off. Schmalbeck is in for Bjorken after he had a long rest. So both the point guards should be pretty well rested. Inside at Dentlinger, Nick is fouled as he split the double team.
Yeah, Nick's done a nice job all night getting the ball down low inside there. Yeah, a lot of his shots haven't fallen tonight, but he's been active without the ball.
He's not had the big three-point shot, but he's been quiet, and he's done a good job nonetheless.
Nick's actually one of the more important aspects of this team. He's kind of a pivotal guy.
Very versatile.
Yeah.
And he does a lot on the defensive end that people don't notice. He is a great shot blocker for his size. At only 6'4", he's able to anticipate, and he's got those long arms and he can really create some havoc in there. And if he doesn't get the block, a lot of times he'll change the shot.
And that's more important actually sometimes than even blocking the shot. Is if you make a guy change a shot, he gets off balance and almost. It's about 75% of the time we'll miss it.
Okay, so we got a 13-point lead, 6:18 to go in regulation, and it's a near block by Douglas. They're going to call jump ball.
Buena Vista's ball.
Yeah, possession arrow pointing toward the Beavers. So we got a quick look at O.J. Freilich on the bench, who has suffered that unfortunate injury. Out for the remainder of the season. Actually, they're going to give it back to the Statesman. Eric.
Aaron Bloom playing some great defense down there.
Shot no good. Good defense by Jamie Wilson. And that time
a player who looks like may have come down, turned his ankle.
TJ Cunningham. Battle for it underneath. It's really getting physical.
Yeah, real physical game. A lot of elbows being thrown out there.
There's a nice double team down low. Kick it back outside to Cunningham, who fakes a three, pulls up from 15, no good.
Schmalbeck getting the rebound. He's got Dentlinger and Bloom.
Nice dish to Dentlinger for that 2.
That was a nice play there.
Timeout on the floor. William Penn. BB has opened up a 15-point lead. And the crowd is into it. And don't go anywhere. We'll be back after these messages.
Mouth-watering sandwiches that are 97% fat-free with fewer than 350 calories. But these sandwiches are 100% filled with fresh baked bread and fresh vegetables such as onions, lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, green peppers, and black olives. A work of art. Let a sandwich artist make you a healthy and fresh sandwich from Subway. 1125 North Lake Avenue, Storm Lake.
Don't you?
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Stevens Fieldhouse. Scott Heinley and Eric Ria with you, where the Beavers have a 15-point lead and are playing very well against the number 3rd team in the conference. Beavers trying to protect first place at 9-2 in the conference and their 5th number 5 rating in the Western region. This is a huge game for the playoff seedings and implications for March. And William Penn turns it over. Take a look at the game reset, Eric. There's a big...
Yeah, Buena Vista has 4 of their timeouts left. William Penn is cutting themselves short for the end of the game here. There is 5 minutes left. They only have 1 full timeout and 1 20-second timeout left. And the possession arrow is in favor of the Beavers at this moment. So a lot of things going right for the Beavers.
And Nick Dentlinger has really turned it up inside here in the last couple of minutes. He's going to go to the line again, fouled by Ricks.
Yeah, it's really nice when you don't have one single star on a team like Buena Vista. They play as a team, and each night a different guy steps up his level and is kind of the star of that game.
And that is why they were able to sustain the injury to Freilich, I believe, is because the players on this team know the roles, and if one person gets injured, the next person steps right in. Dentlinger makes both.
It's just been a great turnaround Coach Van Haften's done with this. I mean, came dead last year in the conference with basically the same cast of players, being able to turn it around in 1 year. Just a great job.
It's the same cast of players minus an All-American.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Minus Jason Evers.
17-point lead, the biggest lead of this game. And right now, it's not been, in the women's game, Eric, we saw a couple runs where the women went on a 17-0 to 14-0 run. In the men's game, it hasn't been the case. It's been just steadily, the Beavers have been pulling away in the second half, and quietly, it's a 17-point lead. And remember, it was only a 2-point lead at halftime, so BB really doing the job defensively here in the second half.
Kind of slowly but surely, BB's put this 13-point lead, or 17-point lead up on the board.
I'm not sure. There seems to be some confusion here at the referees. So we'll take this opportunity while the Zebras sort things out. Tune in to Innovation Cinema every night on Cable Channel 13 from 7 to 11 for great movies ranging from your favorite classics to new releases. And there's a whole bunch of them, so I'm not going to read them off to you, but you can tune in to Cable Channel 13 for good movies.
Nice rebound that time by Nick Dentlinger.
Cross-court pass from Douglas to Bloom. And Douglas driving left, wide open.
Oh, nice. Number 23 there, Joey Means.
William Penn got caught napping on
he never turned around to even see where Brad Douglas was at. He just was facing his player the whole time. And
Eric, William Penn has expanded their last timeout in this game. They still have a 20 left.
Yeah, with only 4 minutes left, it is kind of surprising.
The fans here at the field house chanting for OJ. Well, Nick Dentlinger has really torn things up here in the second half. He is 7 of 8 from the free throw line, and William Penn is 4 of 12 for free throws. And BV in the second half, Eric, has held William Penn to 15 points. And that's at over 15 minutes.
Yeah, just
we saw the same exact thing at the Wartburg game here on Friday night. The
an excellent job by Nick all the way around.
BV defense in the second half of ball games puts the clamps down and really does an excellent job. Rick is inside-out game going between Ricks and Smith, and Ricks no good on the 3. Nick with the rebound.
Nick Dentlinger right now, Scott, has turned his level of play up about 2 notches, both getting the rebounds and scoring and defense. Just right now has gotten an all-around game going for him.
Schmalley called on the travel, actually double dribble. 19-point lead for the Beavers, and who would have thunk it? It was expected to be a very athletic team coming in here to the field house, and the Beavers have dominated here in the second half. There's another turnover. Take a look at the scoring by halves. It was 32-30 at the halftime. Second half scoring 34-17. 3:44 to go in the game here. And William Penn's now going to go to a full court press, Eric, every time after
yeah,
they made baskets.
Trying to get some turnovers, something generating. Because right now nothing seems to be working for him. Another foul called here. Walk the other end, and now we're in the bonus.
So Nick goes back to the line again, where he's 7 for 8 here in the half. Now, if BV wins this game, which it appears that they will, they're well on their way, and they win tomorrow night against Loris, and Simpson loses either tonight or tomorrow night against either Central or Upper Iowa, their 2 opponents, then BV would come away with the conference championship at this homestand. It'd be real sweet, Eric, if the fans here at Stevens Fieldhouse could see the Beavers clinch for the first time in 20 years the conference championship.
And if all goes well, it could be the first time in, I'm not sure year-wise, but for quite a while that the same school could win the men's and women's conference title. So that would be something real special for this school.
That's right. The athletic programs are looking up indeed for Buena Vista. Right now, it looks like they're just going to put us to the free throw line, and as long as we can make them, we should be all right. And the fans get their wish. They've been chanting for Jeff Wilson all game long. Here he is. And Fisher checks in.
So you had 00 and 44, Brian Fisher and Jeff Wilson into the game.
And good, nice round of applause for Jamie Wilson and Nick Dentlinger, who check out of the game. And they're done for the night. It would appear to be that way with a 20-point lead and 3 minutes remaining. Bloom hits pair.
Bloom hits his free throws.
And I take a look at York Plagge down in the stands. He's really taunting his former players over at the bench, and you can bet that they know he's doing it. Jeff Wilson with the rebound. Here's a telling stat here, Eric. Nick Dentlinger is 11 of 12 from the free throw line tonight. The rest of the Beavers are 4 for 7. William Penn, on the other hand, is 4 of 12. And that kind of reminds me of a philosophy that Coach Floyd over at Iowa State adheres to, and that is we want to get to the free throw line, or we want to make more free throws than our opponents shoot. And that's, you can see that
was
here
when I played high school basketball, that was our coach's philosophy also. We had a little chart with, we had to meet goals, and that was one of them. If we could shoot more free throws. It's always a sign. You're almost guaranteed to win if you shoot more free throws or rebound more than your opponent.
3 players checking in the scores table for BV at the next break. Aaron Bloom with the steal. And Bloomer and along with Nick Denlinger have really played an excellent second half. Miner will be giving the Silk Screening Player of the Game coming up, as well as the Honeykiss Pizza off the bench contributor, and we'll have to collaborate on that here once this one's done. But there's a number of people gunning for both of those. Right now, BB just going to their 4-corner offense. And, well,
big
as soon as I say that, Charlie puts up a 3. So, all right, Brian, you make me look bad there, but
as BV calling the 22nd timeout to get some of his players in the game is Coach Van Haften.
And standing ovation here for those 3 players who check out. Well, these are
turnovers are a big, another big statistic for this half, Scott. BV only 6 turnovers in this half. William Penn, on the other hand, 12. So doubling that of BV isn't usually the equation for victory.
Call a blocking foul. So Brad Nelson will go to the line.
Brad Nelson at the line for 2. Brad Nelson getting some playing time.
Brad Nelson, the only player from out of state from Blooming Prairie, Minnesota on this roster. We have 1:30 to go in the game, 74-47 lead, and we are in extensive garbage time, as Marv Albert would say.
Nice job by Jeff Wilson to tap that rebound out to Brad Nelson.
Fisher tries. Did you see that?
He got up there, almost had a goaltending call there.
That was Cunningham or somebody about.
Oh, but Brian Fisher says, I don't think so.
Brings down the house with a huge rejection. Here's Wilson on the other end. He gets fouled. Brian Fisher said, get that out of here. I don't want to have that anymore. You're in my house. A reminder, stay tuned for postgame. We'll be talking with Coach Brian Van Haften about this very good win that the Beavers got here tonight. And yeah, I'm sure he'll look ahead to tomorrow night's game against Boris. Also, we'll have game highlights and stats, so be sure to stay tuned for that. A reminder, tomorrow night, Innovation Sports will be broadcasting another conference doubleheader. It's going to be a good one, so you're going to want to come over to the field house and check it out. The women start things off at 6 o'clock, and the men tip off at 8. Live coverage begins at 5:50 with the pregame show. Innovation Video is your home for live coverage of BVU sporting events. And right now, William Penn just
launching the 3-pointers. I was just going to say that. BV, the subs, the guys that usually aren't playing, they're doing a really good job in the defensive end right now. Trying to wear down this clock.
That carries over to the team in practices. If you see the starters playing good, and the reserves push the starters, and really competitive in practices. So it gets contagious when you have a good team defense.
Exactly right.
10 seconds to go in this one.
As they finally nail a 3-pointer, with only 5 seconds remaining in the game.
So that gets them to 50 points, but 50 points is a great job defensively. BV's averaging giving up 68 points a game, so 18 points below their defensive average.
Yep.
And it's a 76-50 win, 26-point win over the number 3 team in the conference. And that's going to be pretty impressive tomorrow in the papers when Simpson checks it out
Yep.
and sees that we won.
Exactly right.
Okay, right now we are going to toss. We're going to take this quick message. When we back, don't go anywhere. You're watching Innovation Video Sports.
Someone once said, we all come into this world alone, and we leave the same way. But in between, we have the chance to connect and help each other, to find ways you can do something to connect with the people in your community. Call the Points of Light Foundation. Do something good. Feel something real.
Thousands of women will lose a child to AIDS simply because they didn't get an HIV test when they were pregnant. You see, there's now treatment that can help stop the spread of HIV from mother to baby, which gives children of HIV-infected mothers something they never had before: a chance. If you're pregnant, please get an HIV test.
A very happy Siemens Fieldhouse where we saw tonight both the men and the women sweeping the William Penn Statesmen. And as we see the fans starting to file out of the Fieldhouse, and Eric, they just announced the results for the men's wrestling tournament over in
some
Dubuque.
surprises. The one guy a lot of Beaver fans thought might come away with the conference championship, Matt Kruger, ended up getting third. Tracy Adams got fourth. Jay Field came in second. Savon Cole, I believe, came in fourth also, and Tag Knoll finished third. Ryan Schweisberger, I remember he got third also. So probably not as well as most of the Beaver fans would have hoped we would have done, but still, congratulations to all those wrestlers for doing a heck of a job all year.
You bet.
And hopefully we'll get a couple of those guys going to the national tournament.
You bet. Also, the track and field team tomorrow in action at the
up at Luther in the indoor conference meet. So that would be a
good
excellent
luck to them
job.
as well as the winter sports start to wind down here. And right now we're going to go to our Silkscreen Unique Player of the Game, and we both decided Nick Denlinger on this
definitely.
one. For the second game in a row that we've done, Nick Denlinger gets it, and really both games he did an excellent job in the second half.
Yeah.
On the defensive end especially, but also he's able to get to the free throw line, and that was a big part of it. Those easy free throws.
Yeah, he did an excellent job. And then the off-the-bench contributor, we had to give thumbs up to Matt Jansen on this one. Came in, played tremendous down low underneath the boards, getting the rebounds, getting the hard shots put in. So overall, just an excellent job to those two guys and to the whole team. Everybody contributed very well to this basketball game.
So it's a great defensive effort by the Beavers in the second half, holding William Penn to only 50 points. Let's take a look at the stats. As you see there, the 76-50 win. Very impressive. The Beavers now remain atop the Iowa Conference. And they'll move their record to
10-2 now.
10-2, and they will probably retain their 5th place ranking. Take a look at the stats here.
Free throws, the one that jumps out at you, Scott. 18-4 on the free throws. Excellent job. 26-20, 26-30. We lost the rebounding edge, but won the free throw contest. So it all equals out to a big victory for Buena Vista.
And waiting for Coach Van Haften to be on the floor here. He's talking to some recruits now, but we will. Brent Johnson will give him the interview shortly, so we'll stick around for this. And a reminder, tell everybody out there in the community and on campus, come on out tomorrow to the field house, support the Beavers, especially the women. Get out at 6 o'clock because the women have a tough game against Loris. They lost over there by 1 point last week, and they will have a tough game tomorrow night. And the men will have to shut down Jason Driscoll. He's the
he's the guy. He's the stud for Loris. He's leading the scorer in the league.
And it also will be Parents' Night, so we'll have a great crowd on hand. Should be a lot of intensity and excitement here at the field house.
So hopefully everybody comes out to join us.
All right, we're still waiting for Coach Van Haften. We'll have him in a second. We're going to go to these quick messages. Don't go anywhere, and we'll be back.
Is angry and taking to the street again tonight to take it back from pushers and gangs and make it safe for his 4-year-old.
We go out there and patrol the streets and talk to the youngsters.
Terrell is a mad dad. Family men who work with local authorities to keep their neighborhoods safe.
We try to get them away from the gang life because a lot of us that's part of Mad Dads are ex-gang members.
It's time for the men to stand up and be men and take their part and do what is needed so our young kids can grow up in a safe environment.
Just making a lot of people feel a lot safer by us being out there, walking around.
Every child should have a man in their life, a positive man in their life.
Not everyone has to take to the streets, but everyone can take a step to help kids. Call us. We're fighting for the children. Whose side are you on?
Coach Van Haften, and Coach William Penn came out and played a very strong first half. This was no powder puff team.
Oh no, William Penn's an excellent basketball team. You know, they've done things well all year. Defensively, they've been very, very strong. And I thought in the second half, our execution on offense was excellent. I thought we got some great shots. Bloom hit a few shots, but we kept getting some cuts through the lane, and Jamie Wilson hit a couple baseline shots. And so I thought our offense was really sharp in the second half, and that's probably what won the game. But defensively, I just thought we got after them a little bit harder in the passing lanes, making them do what they didn't want to do for the most part. And so we're excited to get the win against a quality team like William Penn.
Coach, maybe you could give us a little rundown of the conference standings now. How does BV stand compared to Simpson, compared to William Penn, and how these next couple of games are going to affect that?
Okay, well, right now we're 10-2 in the league, I believe. Right, 10-2, and now William Penn has 5 losses and Simpson has 4 losses, depending on what happens tonight. And but I think they'll probably win at home against Central. And if we can win tomorrow night, and that gives us a 2-game lead going into the final 3 games. And so that's what we're looking to try and do. And we're not trying to put anything before any other game. We know we got to play at Simpson next Tuesday, but we need to win at home tomorrow night against Loris first.
Do you want to comment about that game that you got Tuesday at Simpson? Simpson always a tough place to go, as well as Upper Iowa. You got to go on the road to Simpson. Could you explain a little bit some strategy?
Well, I don't know. I really haven't thought about it very much because we've been trying to go one game at a time. They're a great basketball team. I expect them to press us. It'll be a different type of game than what we're used to, but we handled it the first time that we played them. They'll be looking for some type of revenge, I'm sure. But if we both win tomorrow night, it's a possibility that we could go down there and win the league down there at Simpson. I know our guys like nothing better than that. But at the same time, we got to take care of business tomorrow night.
Coach, I know we won the game tonight, but is your team playing as well as it could be playing right now, or do you think they can step it up another notch?
I think at this time of the year, I don't know how much improvement you can really make. I think it's more of a mental thing at this time. It's been a long season. We're just probably a little sore a little bit. It's more of a mental thing. Yeah, we could play better, but we're not going to play much better than we did in the second half tonight. We could play better than what we did in the first half, and we're going to have to play better in some games. But we were fairly solid tonight, and defensively holding William Penn to 50 points, was a pretty good job. So I think defensively we were pretty good. But yeah, we can get better. But it's more of a mental thing right now. That we come out ready to play 40 minutes of intense basketball and play like Warriors game in and game out.
Coach, has been since 1976 since we've had the conference title here. From behalf of the student body and the faculty, we wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot, Brent and Coach Van Haften. Well, that's going to wrap it up tonight from Siebens Fieldhouse, where the Beavers sweep against William Penn, the women winning by around 30 and the men by 20. So for Eric Ria, Brent Johnson, and everybody at IV Sports, I'm Scott Heinley. Thanks for watching and have a great evening.